All right, eighth grade, welcome to writing class. So we are just going to continue to work on our coronavirus chronicle entries. I just want to say that I have been so impressed with what you guys are sending in and what you guys are writing, and it's given me a great way of seeing what's going on in your lives. And honestly, since I'm doing this to all of you, I'm thinking about actually writing a journal of my own that I'm going to start sharing with you guys, just so y'all can see what's going on in my life, because it's unfair. I'm getting this really intimate look into your lives, and you guys aren't seeing mine. So earlier or later today, I'm actually going to start a document that I'm going to send through email to all of you guys, and y'all can follow along on that. I'll try to keep it updated as I keep you guys updated, and maybe that'll just serve as a good model for what you guys can do going forward. But today, with your coronavirus chronicle, you are answering the following prompt. So it may be your room, but for today's entry, I would like for you to describe your favorite place in your home. And this can be inside or outside. So in your journal, in your chronicle, I want you to describe this place, what you typically do there, and why it is your favorite place. So that's 3 things that you need to do in 2 paragraphs. That's very doable. So you could do you could describe it in 1 and then answer the other 2 parts of that question in the second paragraph if you wanted to. But it's ultimately up to you how you want to do that. Just make sure that you guys are continuing to write 2 paragraphs and go from there. So if I was doing this in particular, I would honestly talk about our caboose room back home at my family's home. Back home. We call it the caboose because its roof, the ceiling in it is actually shaped like a caboose, and it's got a really interesting history in the wood that was used in it. It's actually from an old antique, ancient building that was the old carriage house in our hometown. So if you don't know what a carriage house is, you can look that up, but it was the oldest carriage house in the state of Tennessee before it fell apart. And that wood is preserved in the ceiling of the house. And that's really cool. It's something that the lady did when the lady who we bought the house from, she did that and designed it. And it's quite beautiful. So I would go into some history details on that. I would describe it. And then I would say why it's my favorite room in the house, because it's the room where we had our first Christmas in that new house was in that room. And I've got some really good memories from that. It's the room that we all hang out in because it gets the most natural light in from it. It's really wide and open, and I just love it. I would talk about how I watch TV out there with my family. I've read books out there. It is my comfort zone when I am home. I love that room. And so I would just talk about that. And so maybe that'll just give you a couple things that you could think about. Give some specific details, talk about what you do there, just explain why it's your favorite place. And that's really all you have to do for today. And yeah, so I will leave you guys at that. I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys have to say about that, because you've had a lot of time in your home recently, and so maybe you've developed a new favorite place, and I'm excited to hear about what it is. So can't wait to read those, and if you guys have any questions, as always, just let me know.